Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at things people do not regret doing. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. When I was 13, my very abusive and extremely drunken father was swinging at my dog trying to punch him. I kicked him down a flight of stairs, breaking every rib on his left side, some twice, and puncturing a lung. About 5 hours later, my mum came home and she asks where my dad was. I told her he was laying on the basement floor. Why? He's drunk, of course. He must have fell. She went down there and bitched at him for about 20 minutes, but he was mostly unconscious. Then she called my uncle to come and help me carry him upstairs. My dog wouldn't let my uncle anywhere near the old man despite the earlier altercation, so I had to carry him up by myself. I was a big kid. Anyone with even a tiny bit of first aid knowledge, me from Scouts, would know not to do that. I had to sling him in a blanket over my shoulder, Santa Claus style. He then spent the next 4 days getting sober enough, not sober, to go to the hospital. There he was properly diagnosed and treated, and his lung drained and reinflated. While he was able to smoke, yep, smoke right there in his hospital bed. They did not provide alcohol on the hospital menu. Wow. Okay, hold on. Let's just finish this first. So he went into withdrawal, delirium, tremors and all. Kept screaming, "Get that goddamn horse off my bed." How did that horse get in there? Used to, in his mind, drive the bed around his old neighborhood. That lasted about a week. Then, and I don't know how this works, the doctor refused to release him from the hospital and moved him to the psych ward. He spent 2 months or so in there being treated for addiction. During that time, no children, dogs, or wives were physically, mentally, or emotionally abused at a house. Not once. For the first time in about 30 years. Wow. Jeez. Eventually, he was discharged, and much to everyone's shock and utter disbelief, he never drank again, or beat his wife, or abused his children. His grandchildren absolutely worshipped him and competed for his favor. He was kind and generous and a great source of wisdom and humor for them. In time, they named their own sons after him and have his name tattooed on their flesh. Ultimately, he died of cancer, and when he did, I held him in my arms and looked him in the eyes so he wouldn't be scared or die alone. I was his primary caregiver for the last 7 years of his life, and I have zero regrets about my actions that day. What? He just needed a kick down the stairs? And he got his life back together, you know? Like, he's sober now, he doesn't drink anymore. He's not drunk all the time. He has his life back together and everyone loves him now. What the heck happened? Oh wait, he got treated in the hospital, right? Well, I know sometimes people change when they get like a head injury and like their entire personality changes. They're either like really nice or like really mean or something, or like really angry. Wow. That's such a crazy story to read, to be honest. The fact that he was okay without even going to the hospital for like a couple of days. Well, thank gosh everything was okay again, and things just got so much better after that. Just needed a kick down the stairs. Yeah, no, don't do that. Okay, don't kick anyone down the stairs. My sister and I went to the same school. She was a year older. This guy was making her life hell and she was crying a lot, which was, still is, really, really unlike her. After weeks of this, my mom told me to beat him up, and I would not be in trouble at home if I got in trouble at school for doing so. Wow. Oh, the mom really was like, violence is the solution. The next day, I saw my opportunity when I was in class and watched him walking in the hallway, go into the guy's bathroom. I immediately asked for permission to go too. I opened the door quietly and he was taking a piss at the urinal. I Sparta kicked his butt into the urinal and then just beat him, pissing on himself and all. I told him to leave my sister alone or it'd happen again. My sister came home happy that day and never had another problem. She didn't know this happened for about 20 years. Not a shred of regret. Oh, dude, I'm happy for her. Good on him for Sparta kicking this guy's butt. I would have done the same, to be honest. If anyone's gonna mess with like my family, I would have done the same. Hosted a guy who was supposed to be my friend. The friendship had started off fine. We became close very quickly, but then the cracks started yawning into weird black abysses. His stories didn't match up to reality. He always had a new story to tell, and it was always fantastical. He would call me at 3 a.m. and just sob about how his bones hurt and he could see the shadow man. I was 19 and very confused. very afraid. I couldn't deal with it, and I didn't feel safe. And he never listened if I tried to help through whatever was going on with him. So I just stopped picking up the phone. I stopped agreeing to meet him. I disappeared from his life. A year later, a mutual friend and an ex of mine told me he had died of bone cancer. I was devastated. It traumatized me for years, thinking that he needed me and I ditched him and he died alone. It to this day crumbled how I navigate boundaries now. 5 years after that, I was told that was all a lie and he never had cancer. Or he had it and was in a coma, or he moved away. I don't know the truth, but I do know that cutting those 2 liars out of my life was the right choice to make. What in the world? Why would they lie about that? Like, to make them feel guilty? So I'm assuming the guy that they ghosted told their 2 friends to lie about it because they were so butthurt that they were ghosted that they would take this route, you know? That's dumb. If you get ghosted, yes, you can feel hurt, but just leave them alone then. You got ghosted for a reason. You know, like I've gotten ghosted too. But okay then, okay, I'm hurt, okay, but I'm not gonna like bother them and do this kind of thing, you know? I'm not gonna traumatize them. Jeez. I'll be petty for sure though if they ever come talking to me again. Like, why'd you ghost me? Am I that boring for you? Huh? Neighbor like 10 years ago was neglecting their dog badly in the heat. The dog escaped often and ended up at the shelter a lot. One day she jumped the fence and got a tie-out cable stuck on the fence. She was not in danger of choking. Neighbor put her on a 3-foot-long cable tied to a doorknob. No water, 90-degree day. I let some folks steal her, watched the whole thing and said nothing to stop them. Wow, good. I'm glad those people stole the doggo, the papa, so she could have like a better life, you know? Pretty sure most people would steal the dog too, you know? If I saw that, I'd steal the dog too. Like, how could you treat your dog like that? I'm gonna take your dog away from you. That's my dog now. Stabbed my own hand and blamed it on a kid I hated in kindergarten. He was a bully and would constantly flip over the girls' skirts as well as steal my food, so I decided he gotta go. Got him expelled from that school. Wow. They took matters into their own hands, you know? They're like,
you gotta go! Miss, he stabbed me!
Yo, that's like some badass stuff, to be honest. Jeez. I don't want to mess with this person. Like, they're down to stab themselves to get this bully out of the school. Like, you don't want to mess with someone who's down to like destroy themselves to destroy you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Those people, don't mess with them because you're going to be going down in the hole. Turned off the lights in the school bathroom and left while people were in the stores. Whoa, oh my god, I remember people doing this too. Dude, I just know this was common. Like, it was a funny thing, to be honest. Turn the lights off and everyone's like, I had a horrible bully in high school. She would spread the most insane and disgusting rumors about me, that I was pregnant, had STDs, and that I regularly poop in my cat's litter box because I didn't feel like going to the bathroom. Weird, gross related stuff. I was hanging out with the guys who were friends with her boyfriend and he was there. I don't know what happened between them, but they were fighting and she was out of town. I hooked up with him out of spite, and even though I wouldn't do the same thing today, I don't regret it. She had it coming. Wow. Oh my gosh. Well, it's really the boyfriend's fault as well because he agreed to hook up with her too. Like, if you're in a relationship, why would you choose to cheat? Those rumors are freaking specific though, you know? If she said that to like a whole class, I'd be like, oh, how'd you know? It's because you like watching me poop. You like stalking me and watching me in my windows. That's why you know everything, huh? And you really turned on by that? Like, why do you love me so much, dude? Like, why do you give me so much attention? Why? Had some nasty roommates in university. These women were awful to me. They were so passive aggressive and bitchy. For 1 year and 4 months, they constantly used my dishes, left them dirty. One time, they burnt up my frying pan and left it right in front of my door. I'd overhear them talking together or on the phone to others about how they want to punch me in the face and loudly talk bad about it. It was so demoralizing and toxic. And to my knowledge, I did nothing wrong. I know they wanted their friend to have my room, but I got put in with them instead, so I guess they ganged up to make my life hell. Finally, I snapped, but it wasn't the fury kind, no. I realized that day when I get angry, I get ice cold. I methodically spent the next week sneakily bringing all my dishes into my bedroom and took out all my things from the bathroom in the middle of the night. I also used up all my stuff in the fridge, so I wouldn't need it anymore. My roommates probably thought, haha, yes, she's moving out. We broke her, finally. But no, I was just preparing for what was to come. Once I was 100% certain there was nothing they could hurt me with. Everything existed behind my locked bedroom door. I began methodically and relentlessly screwing with their stuff. They bought fresh groceries. I would outright steal their stuff and bring it to school and give it to my classmates. Random cup in the corner, I'd take it to the hallway and throw it down the trash chute. Their shoes sitting in the hallway, I would chuck those too. I would take their food out of the fridge in the middle of the night so it would go bad. I would dump their food on the counter and leave messes for them to clean up. If they came banging on my door, I would pretend I'm not home. I would get up early in the morning and cause havoc and leave before they woke up. Nothing was safe. Everything was up to being screwed with, and I most certainly did. Like a ghost. They never saw me. I became unreachable. I was an island. Yo, what? They would just do all this and then leave, do all this and then leave. Wow. Funny thing was, I only did this for 1 week, and the next week they all moved out. I'm not proud of what I did, but I don't regret it and would do it again. It does scare me what evil stuff I was capable of. I unlocked a new side of myself that is much more psychopathic than I am happy knowing about. Well, sometimes you never know your angry side until you snap. I don't know my angry side either. I've never actually snapped on anyone before, so I don't know. I think I would be pretty scary though. Honestly, I have a feeling I'll be pretty scary. Like, I'm scared of that, you know? I'm scared of myself, man. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!